Do you want to know how to get ahead of 90% of audio engineers? Well, then I'm going to tell you how to get ahead of 90% of audio engineers. Actually, I really don't know how to do that. But apparently this title is very popular here on this website and app or whatever you want to call it. So that's what I titled the video, and that's what we're going to go with. So first of all, I really do think that gain staging is a very basic principle that just is not respected enough. Now, you'll have other people here on YouTube who like to talk about gain staging, but then for some reason, at that final step, they like to hyper compress their masters. Well, that is not respecting gain staging. When you have something that is like -4 LUFS on the loudness meter, that is not respecting gain staging. So, gain staging matters from the time you record to the time you master. First of all, as I kick the microphone, in this room, typically an air conditioner is on, especially today when it's 90+ degrees outside. So I'm going to start sweating soon. But the bottom line is, gain staging starts with eliminating as much noise as possible. Now I have a computer running in the background and it has a fan. If I be quiet for a second, I'll let you hear that. I'll amplify the audio. I also have traffic noise outside the house that has to be contended with. Obviously, I can't stop people from driving, but you minimize the noise as much as possible. That's gain stage number 1. Number 2 is you choose a good quality microphone. So today I'm using a Shure SM7B. I have not used this microphone in probably over a year, and for my own voiceovers, I should say. And with that, I'm using an SE Electronics DM1 Dynamite mic gain booster. Now, apparently that helps with the noise. I'm not 100% sure, but what I do know is that my preamp on the Audien ID14, which by the way has a great signal to noise ratio, in my opinion, for its price point, it also has to work less because of the DM1. Now, I also have a DM2 that needs to be reviewed and demonstrate and all that good stuff, which apparently has less self noise. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Gain staging, very important. And if you do it, you'll be ahead of even some of the quote unquote top mastering engineers who are out there, who are crushing their masters, destroying music dynamics, destroying the audio quality for all the future generations. And it makes me sick. It makes me disgusted that they're still doing this loudness war BS after Dan Worrell won the loudness war. You cannot beat Dan Worrell's loudness. You can't. So stop trying to. Make your music sound better. Let's see, another thing. Have proper repair tools available for when the time strikes that you may need them. The bare minimum, soldering iron, some solder to go along with it. Know how to use it. They're actually not that hard to use. So if you get a short in your cable, you'll be able to fix that. If you need to make a shorter cable, you'll be able to do that. You'll also need some crimping tools to go along with it, and strippers and cable strippers, I should say. But anyway, yeah, that's one way to get ahead. Another thing is to be located where there are musicians. You know, if you're not around where there's a bunch of people and a bunch of musicians, what are you going to record? Well, I mean, I guess you could record your own music, but where's the fun in that? Little towns like Los Angeles, Nashville, Chicago, New York City, Austin, Texas. That's a few towns to get started if you live in the United States. Other countries I'm not really sure about, so your mileage may vary on that one. But if you live in a town where there's not a lot of musicians doing original music, it's going to be tough to find customers, or at the very least people you want to network with and record for free and maybe cut a record deal with, or I don't know, figure out your own business model. The bottom line is that's one thing you need to do, is possibly move your location if you want to do this seriously, professionally. Number 3, I think we're on number 3, get a girlfriend. Sound engineers, some of the biggest nerds you can meet. Some of the biggest nerds you can meet. And they're not the most sociable creatures a lot of times. They just aren't. You know, I think it has to do with the fact that your brain has to be capable of sitting there for hours on end, tweaking knobs for the longest time. And, you know, so you get used to solitude. But, you know, in the grand scheme of things, it's nice to have a significant other, and, you know, it doesn't matter what, you know, sexuality you are, girlfriend, boyfriend, sorry for, you know, if I offended anybody, but yeah, there are gay audio engineers out there. There are bisexual audio engineers out there. Get yourself a significant other. I think that it helps with your mental health in the long run. If obviously if the person is giving you a headache, it's not good to stay in that relationship. But yeah, if you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend or whatever, then you are ahead of 90% of other audio engineers. Start using headphone mixing solutions such as Slate Digital. I said Slate Digital. It's really Slate Pro Audio VSX or Acoustica Audio Sienna. And I'm hesitant to recommend this final one because I used it. And to be honest with you, even for its price, I'm not 100% it's worth the price, considering you can get the Acoustica Audio Sienna freebie for free. But Hornet VHS, and then there's one other company, I think it's called Really Phones or Reala Phones. I'll put that on screen. But anyway, I do believe for the vast majority of audio engineers that are out there who do not have the budget to put together a proper control room, that includes myself, by the way. I know you guys don't like how my setup is here. Some of you don't, because you see this ceiling and you're like, oh man, you're going to get all those reflections off the ceiling, which is true, by the way. But I think my ear has become accustomed to it to an extent, and I'm able to deliver very good masters and mixes. That's according to what my customers have said. I'm not just saying that. Obviously, I'm biased for my own work, but my customers are these days very satisfied with what I'm able to deliver, and most of them have no idea that I'm mixing in a spot like this. Now, ideally, yes, I would have something like VSX, which I do not have the money for right now. I have the money for it, but let's just say I might go broke if I buy it outright. I bought a bunch of other things in the past couple months that have made VSX out of my price range at the moment. But Acoustica Audio Sienna, and yes, I have to say it every time, I'm a part of their virtual street team, so I get a free license for a lot of their stuff. Now, Sienna I actually bought out of my own pocket. I bought Volume A and Volume B, and I'm very happy with it. But again, you can try out Acoustica Audio Sienna for yourself. The great thing is that it works with most off-the-shelf headphones. And again, you can get a free room/speaker combination, which I've found to be very useful. There's a lot of the speakers that I don't like in Sienna, but the one that they give you for free, I think honestly, you could probably just use that and be happy. Honestly, Acoustica are crazy for giving that one away for free, but hey, you know, there's some crazy Italians, and I really respect that. And I say crazy in a good, lighthearted way, because I think Acoustica Audio are very generous with a lot of their freebie giveaways. But yeah, if you want to get ahead of 90% of audio engineers, start with your speakers, aka headphones in this case, being quote unquote accurate, so that whatever you end up mixing or mastering sounds good on the vast majority of playback systems. This is something that I cannot stress enough is so important to get right from the beginning of your audio engineering career, if you want to call it that. If what your speakers are telling you are false information, you're going to be mixing yourself in circles, and it's just very annoying, and you get frustrated, and you're like, man, am I just a bad audio engineer? Why does my music sound so great here, but I take it out to my car, or I listen to it on my headphones or my earbuds or whatever, and it just doesn't sound that good? Well, again, having the proper speaker playback in a proper room, headphones take the room out of the equation. And I believe that VSX is probably the best solution on the market. It's not that cheap, but it is the best when it comes to this for a variety of reasons. And that's the one I personally recommend, even though I've never personally tried it. So many people that I trust say it's good. I'm going to go with what they have to say. And one day I will try it out for myself. I will review it on this channel. But the second best is probably Sienna. Waves, although again, I'm hesitant to recommend them because of the way that they treated people this past year. Waves NX, also a solution. I was not very happy with the way it sounded. I also actually thought Hornet VHS sounded maybe better than Waves NX, and it's cheaper. So anyway, that's about it for that. And finally, for this part one, because I'm sure I'm going to make another one of these, part one of how to get ahead of 90% of audio engineers. Please, for the love of dog, stop cutting everything to the tempo. Real music is not on a beat unless you're mixing pop music, and even then they tend to, have a little bit of variety in where their different hits are. And even if they don't, again, that's pop music, that's electronic music, that's dance music. You want to do that, but for live acoustic music, do not edit right on the grid lines. That just sounds so unnatural, and oh my goodness, when I hear it, I just want to. So please, 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 if you're going to make music edits, do them where they sound natural and not robotic, and you will make your listener a lot happier, and probably the musician that you're working with, even if that's you. So anyway, thank you all for watching this. If you enjoyed it, hit the thumbs up button. If you're new to Real Home Recording, subscribe, and don't forget to check out the older videos up on this channel because, well, they're there for a reason. Some of the older videos are the best videos on this channel, and I typically do not like to repeat myself on this channel, so I'm going to refer you to those. And if you really, really, really want to learn from me, consider becoming a member of this channel. It's not cheap, but you will learn a lot, and you'll also get one-on-one consultation with yours truly. You'll be able to ask me anything, and I'll answer the vast majority of your questions, whether it's about audio engineering or anything else in life.
Thanks for watching this RealHomeRecording.com video. You can get monthly audio engineering news and exclusive videos by signing up for our newsletter.